From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
What's up, world? It is the one and only Pop DBIC, the primetime capper, and this is the premier sports betting show, the Primetime Angles Live. And hopefully, you guys are enjoying your lunch with me today, or this is your break at 3 o'clock, whatever, or your drive time. You know, so you just listening to the boy. You know, I know you can't watch. I wouldn't want you watching me and driving at the same time too. So pretty much, you know, you guys already know what it is, man. And we have ourselves a great show on deck today. And pretty much, I have some really good things to talk about today as well too. Up first, why don't we go ahead and jump into it? ECU upsets Houston last night. Oh boy, what a game that was last night. Houston came in there, number 5 team in the nation, very confident coming into the game as well too, and they just really were out of wits last night. They just were really outplayed. They were outplayed by ECU. Very stunned by that one as well too. But as I said before, I know I didn't review the game yesterday, but as I always tell you guys, it's always difficult for a top-tier team to go into one of these lowly teams' houses and take them as seriously as they should, and then wind up, pretty much getting themselves popped like they did last night. So pretty much I'm over here trying to get into the stats for you guys real quick. But let's go ahead and run the tape real fast of how that team looked. It looked like they had just won their national championship, but with no fans there last night. So let's go ahead and check that out. So pretty much ball goes up. Game overs 83-72. Desperation heave. Their coach Cooley also got himself his 200 victory last night. Kelvin Sampson goes to congratulate him, pounds him on his chest 2 or 3 times, and I think he's letting him know in his ear that when we get in the tournament, we're going to smoke you by 20, right? So pretty much just be ready for all that, okay? Good game tonight, though. You got that. So pretty much it is what it is. ECU gets themselves a huge win in that spot last night, and they take care of their business. So there it is. And let's go ahead and look into another big upset that occurred last night. And this big upset that occurred last night was a huge one. This one was Nova last night. Nova comes into this game, number 3 team in the nation. The Johnnies are coming in here kind of out of wits, but they still were 11-7 coming into the game last night. So pretty much this team looked really good. Let's go ahead and run the highlights of the Johnnies at the Carnegie Center last night in Queens. Let's see how it rolled. Oh boy, the wide open layup breaking away, then pulls up. My man Vince Cole throws down a baseline 3. That's been his specialty all season. Boom, another 3 from St. John's. St. John's just rolling. They're up 12 now. A great pass down low. Boom, no fear there. Gets the nice layup. Should have been an and one as well too. Up 13. Oh, they're still hustling. Little PG gets the point guard over the bigs. There it goes. Up 15 now, and St. John's is pumped. Another 3 ball. There it is. St. John's going up 15. Another timeout for Nova. Big time still. Here we go. 2-hand slam. Running away with this thing, and whoop, there it is. Oh, nice block, but you gotta finish the play, kiddo. Nice layup. St. Johnny's went 70-59. Mike Anderson gets himself a signature win, and this could be farewell for this team going into the tournament. They are 12-7 right now, and I would say this: the Johnnies could deserve a spot as an 11-12 seed here, or maybe a lowly 8-9 or a play-in team. But the Johnnies have played good basketball all season, in my opinion. So you know what, they should be rewarded for it. But we'll see how it goes when we get to bubble time and everything like that. Now let's go ahead and look into some fun that we had last night, and let's look at the dunk of the night. But I got 2 of them for you. And up first is going to be the alley-oop, this play that happened in Charlotte last night. Go ahead and let's run the tape. And there goes Melo behind the back pass, windmill jam for Miles Bridges. And boy, oh boy, let's go ahead and just look at that replay real quick. That was too quick. But look at his teammates. Like, oh my gosh. Like, are we at the Rucker or are we still in Charlotte? And Terry Rozier is just, man, I might be losing my spot to this kid. All right, behind the back, windmill jam. Oh boy. That's about a 9 at the dunk contest right there. Boy, oh boy, Miles Bridges throwing down a slam, but the Hornets would still fall short, losing the game last night, 118 to 111. But they played hard. They fought hard. They came back from a big deficit early in the first quarter. And then, the Hornets team is coming along. And as I said to you guys before, I favor them to win the South East division this year as well, too. Now, let's go ahead and watch I had to throw that out there because that was an awesome play with the dime and the way he finished the windmill. But this was absolutely the nastiest dunk of the night. Run the tape. DeMar DeRozan, man, take flight. Compton, and that's what he says, Compton flight. And he made OG look very, very YG right there. So there it is again, slam it home. That boy frustrated. I think it's time to free DeRozan. He wants to be a Laker or Clipper, but there it goes. Slam it down. USC alumni, DeMar DeRozan, doing it big for the Spurs last night. Spurs did go ahead and get the Spurs, that game was kind of irrelevant last night. Let's make sure I didn't want to just throw it out there that they won. I had to double check to see if they did win the game last night. And they actually did win the game by 3 points. So that means they didn't cover spread, and it looks like they didn't get the over as well either. So pretty much there it is for that. And then let's go ahead and check out our player of the night. Paul George was absolutely tremendous last night. Paul George's numbers was crazy. Paul George dropped 36 points last night, the most in the NBA. He also went 8 and 9 from the 3-point line last night as well too. And he had four rebounds, 6 assists to really guide this Clipper team towards a nice 20 point. It looks like a 21-point victory or 22-point victory actually here. They went ahead and beat up on the Cavs 121 to 99. Let's go ahead and look at that pretty buzzer beater from George last night as well too. This was the highlight of the game. Paul George pulling up as if this was pretty much like a playoff game or something. This wasn't even the fourth quarter. Throws it off the glass. Nice bank shot going to the third quarter. Puts the Clippers up 14, and literally was the game right there. And the Clippers will go ahead and run away with it. Paul George, once again, our player of the night last night, and he goes ahead and drops 36 and drops 8 threes and only missed 1. All right, so there it is. Pretty much, you guys stick around. We will be right back. It's time to talk about the bets list. But first, let's go ahead and talk about the drip on my head and maybe the drip that I'm wearing right now. Go ahead and check out www.hatclub.com. You guys go ahead and hit the link in the description, and you guys will be able to go ahead and get 10% off on any order over $50 or better. Okay. Once again, that's the www.hatclub. Go ahead and press the link in the show description, and you guys will be able to go ahead and get yourself a 10% off on a $50 order or better. Okay, so we'll be right back. This is the Primetime Angles live with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, and this is the Premier Sports Betting Show.
Good News Only Racing Club, led by the legendary Doug O'Neill, the trainer of 2 Kentucky Derby winners, and I'll have another in Nyquist. Also trained 2-time Breeders' Cup champ Golden Sense, who are just a part of a long list of thoroughbred champions trained by Doug O'Neill. The Good News Only Racing Club has a young core of horses to look out for in Dennis's Celery, Irish Heatwave, and Notre Dame, just to name a few. Win the day every day with the Good News Only Racing Club, a proud sponsor of the NFL Bet Exchange.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
Tune into Big Wave Boxing every week with a brand new guest with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, getting the best boxing stories, best boxing angles, and the truth when it all comes down to the sweet science. Tune into Big Wave Boxing on the Prime Wave Media channel on YouTube. All right, we are back, and boy, oh boy, do we have ourselves a good little group here today. And I'm actually going to more of the smaller conferences today and everything like that. So be ready. And it looks like up first, I got we're gonna be in the Big Sky today. We're gonna be in the OVC today. We're gonna be in the Mountain West today as well too. And then we got the major conference, the Pac-12, who usually always plays on a Thursday night. So pretty much here we are. Let me go ahead and I'm just getting it together for you guys real quick. So let's go ahead and check out this Big Sky. Big Sky right now is being led by Montana State. And Montana State's 6-0 in conference play this year as well, too. So I just want to highlight that. That's who's running that conference right now. So pretty much our first game is going to be a lowly game, and it's going to be between Eastern Washington and Idaho. Idaho's coming into this game struggling. They're 0-13 on the season. Eastern Washington's coming into the game 6-6. As you can see, Eastern Washington has won their last 3 games in a row. They got a back-to-back wins over Sacramento State at home, and they also beat Northern Colorado as well, too, in that process, but they did drop 2 games prior to that. Idaho's coming in here, dropped their last 5. They dropped all games this season, but they've been kind of trying to just a little bit, but you know what? They did get smoked pretty badly, 19, but I know they were close to covering because, you know, once you get as bad as Idaho, your spreads are going to be 16, 17 or better each game. So pretty much they're at home tonight. I think that they catch Eastern Washington by surprise because they know they don't have to play them as tough. But I know what I'm up against tonight. This is going to be a toughie, but you know what? That's what we're here for. So let's go ahead and get the plus 15.5 Idaho. Let's see how it shakes out. And I'm only rocking with them because they're the home team today. So there it is. We move on to Montana State. Montana State going against Weber State tonight as well. And this is going to be a really, really, really good game. Weber State is actually a 6.5-point favorite in this game tonight. And rightfully so. They have won their last 4 out of 5 games, but Montana State has won their last 4 in a row, and they've actually won their last 7 in a row. To be honest with you, so pretty much there it is. They've been killing it this year. They have only got 9 losses on the season as well. 3 losses on the season as well. This is not a hard take right here. Plus 220 money line. Let's see how it shakes out. Let's see if we can get this bad boy home. And then we got the rival to Montana State. They're playing at Portland State tonight, and they are 1. And this is a 1.5 on the spread. So that means this is a pick'em game. When you look at this, Portland State winners of their last 2 games in a row, but they beat St. Mart and they beat Idaho State. Idaho State's not that good. And then Montana State, from what I can see here, they split their last 4 games with these back-to-backs that they've been doing in the Big Sky. So when you look at everything, Montana really outclasses Portland in every single category except for points per game, and that they're only a few decimals apart in that category as well too. So pretty much Montana's money line on the road. I like them a lot tonight. I'm going to take them with the minus 115, and that's going to be a wrap on our Big Sky bets list. Now we move forward and we have ourselves a really fun ticket here with the Mountain West tonight, and the Mountain West has some really good games brewing tonight as well too. Up first, we got the Utah State Fresno State game, and Fresno State coming into this game 7-6 on the year. Utah State 13-5, but Utah State always has issues going to Fresno. But everybody always has issues going to Fresno. Even off the court, you'll have issues going to Fresno. So pretty much Fresno is Fresno. So pretty much Fresno has won their last 2 games in a row, but it was against the lowly New Mexico Lobos. And Utah State's actually had a little bit of a difficult stretch. They lost 2 in a row, then beat UNLV. So they've won. They're 3. And so they're 3 last 5. So pretty much when I look at this, it does look like this is the Utah State is the more dominant team here, but once again, they're on the road tonight, and they have them as a big favorite. And I think what happens, this is big favorite get popped week. We already showed you 2 big favorites who were double digits lose last night. So this is in a mid-major conference. I think Fresno State's going to be good enough for the plus 10.5 tonight. Let's see how it shakes out. We move forward from there. Now we have Wyoming, and you know Wyoming is always a tough out in Wyoming, in Laramie. So pretty much Colorado State coming into this one 12-4. Wyoming's coming into the game 10-7. From what I can see here, I think that we have ourselves a pretty even game. So I think what happens here is that we're going to have a game that's going to be very close. I don't know if Wyoming wins, but I know they cover the plus 7.5. That's how I'm feeling tonight. They did drop their last 2 to San Diego State, but that was on the road, and they won 2 games in a row at home against a very tough Nevada team who I would think is better than Colorado State this season as well, too. So there it is, plus 7.5 on Wyoming. And there it is for the Mountain West. Now we move on to the Ohio Valley Conference. And this one is one I haven't used much this season, but here we are, Ohio Valley Conference. We're going to go ahead and take Morehead State in the showdown with Murray State tonight with the +3. I think this should be a good bet for us as well, too, tonight. So let's see how it shakes out. +3 on Morehead State tonight. And in this game, you got Morehead State coming in here 13-6 going against Murray State, who's 8-8. But we know Murray State has the better players. That's why they are the favorite here in the game. But I still think Morehead State has went through the grinder. They played against some of the best teams in the nation early in the year as well, too. So that's why they're so game tested, and that's why they're playing so well in conference play as well, too. So I'm definitely taking Morehead State tonight with the +3. Let's see how it shakes out. We move forward from there. Now we got Belmont, who is absolutely crushing it, just not even just in terms of conference play. They're just crushing it for the season in general. This team is 18-1, but it sucks because this team does know they have to run the table. They have to win their conference to get into the tournament. So them being 18-1 really is irrelevant at this point until they actually win their conference. But it is good for morale. So pretty much you got a team that's just been cooking lately in Belmont. Belmont has not lost a game in so long, dude. I'm counting right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 wins in a row. So pretty much this game is going to be a game where people will overbet Belmont tough. I'm not saying Belmont loses tonight at all. I'm saying that Belmont just kind of slips up a little bit against weaker competition and finds themselves winning the game by 10 or less. That's how I'm feeling about this one tonight. So there it is, +114, +14 on Eastern Illinois. Let's see how it checks out. Now we have ourselves a really good one here between Tennessee Tech and South East Missouri State. I like to call them SEMO. SEMO. So, pretty much because this is a long name. So pretty much they are a 4.5-point favorite tonight. They're coming in the game 6-11. Tennessee Tech is a lowly 2-16 on the year, but that means nothing because this conference, these teams are not that far apart from each other. Never get it twisted in conferences like the Ohio Valley Conference or the next conference that we're going to talk about, the Northeast Conference. These conferences always have really, really, very close in talent, but it all comes down to coaching at the end of the day. So pretty much I love Southeast Missouri in this spot. I think that they should really walk away with this one, but I know Tennessee Tech can, could be a nuisance tonight. So we'll see how it goes because nobody's taking them seriously. And when they give you a funny line like 4.5 on a team that's 2-16, they don't trust that team enough. That's 6-11 tonight. So pretty much I trust them. Hopefully they go ahead and win this game by double digits so we don't have to worry too much and we move on. All right, so our next and final game here is going to be the Jacksonville State Tennessee Martin game. And this one right here, I like this one a lot. And I'm actually, I'm really high on UT Martin tonight. UT Martin has won their last 2 out of 3 games. They ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw last time out against Edwardsville, but Jacksonville has dropped their last 2 games in a row. They lost their last game by 4, but they lost the game prior to that by 19. So, pretty much this team is trying to get it together. These were 2 home losses as well, too. So I think that this team is going to overplay tonight, and I think UT Martin will figure out a way to actually cover this game. And I actually feel like they can win this game as well, too. And you guys will see later on when we're talking tickets as well, too. So there it is for the Ohio Valley Conference bets list. Those are going to be our 4 teams for tonight. And yes, I already know that there's 2 games that aren't there. One game is actually a private play for my clients, and then the other one was a game that started at 11 o'clock. So pretty much it is what it is. And we forward to the Pac-12 bets list. And Pac-12, boy, oh boy, Pac-12 is going to be good today, in my opinion. Pac-12 is going to be the +105 on Utah early against Arizona. And I think that this game will wind up being one of those games where we have 2 teams that really, really don't like each other that are going to go at it. And then I figure that Utah will figure out a way to win this game late because it's always a tough game when you go to Salt Lake City. And, it's always been a house of horrors for Arizona. I even go reflect back to when they lost to Steve Nash and Santa Clara in that same arena. So pretty much there it is. I'm going to go ahead and take Utah today with the plus 105. And then we got a good battle between Oregon State and Washington tonight. But I favor Oregon State in this spot. Oregon State always has a good time against Washington when they're a bad team. And Washington is a very bad team this season. And I can't believe I'm saying that about the Washington Huskies basketball team, who usually is very formidable in the Pac-12. But I don't know what's going on with the recruiting over there. I don't know what's going on at Washington right now. But they're going to have to fix that soon. So I'm going to take Oregon State tonight. They're 8-7 on the season. They should win this one by 10 or better, really, in my opinion. So there it is, Oregon State, and let's go champ them, Beavers. All right, so we move forward, and we have Cal tonight. And Cal is going to be going against Stanford tonight, 10-7, and Cal is 7-12 on the season. So pretty much what I'm seeing here is going to be a very, very puzzling game in a sense. I think it's going to be a chess match. And I know Cal has lost their last 4 out of 5 games, but Stanford's lost their last 2 in a row. So pretty much what I'm looking at here is I think Cal bounces back because this is a very, very intense rivalry game. This is between the Bay Area schools that are not far apart from each other. And pretty much this is how I see it shaking out. I think Cal figures out a way to make this game very close, and we come down to the last seconds on deciding who the winner will be. All right, and we will end the bets list with Oregon tonight, and Oregon is going to be a -11 tonight. Washington State's 10-7, right? But they played a lot of pansies to start the year. They've been terrible in Pac-12 play, especially on the road. Now, and come on, Oregon at home is always lights out, and in a spot like this, these are the games where they usually win by 20 or 30 points. So I'm taking Oregon tonight, 9-3 on the season, and they will be a 11-point favorite as well, too. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see how it shakes out. And there it is. That's the Pac-12 bets list for you. Now, let's go ahead and look into our CBB game of the night. The CBB game of the night is going to be between the Buckeyes and the Hawkeyes, and this game will be at the barn in Iowa as well, too. Iowa's coming in as a 5.5-point favorite, rightfully so. But I think I'm going to have to lean towards Ohio State tonight because I think Ohio State keeps this game much closer than it looks on paper. Because I'm telling you like this, Ohio State is probably the most talented team in the overall talent in the Big 12. But Iowa is probably the best home team with the best offensive player in the conference. And Garza is going to get his tonight. But I still think Ohio State will figure out a way to be in this game. If they don't win it, they'll keep this game very, very close because this is a very important matchup when it comes to seeding in the Big Ten tournament. So that's where I'm going with this one. I'm taking Ohio State at the pick tonight with the plus 5.5. Let's see how it shakes out. And there it is. All right, so pretty much you're trying to look sharp. You're trying to look good. Once we get back into living life again and all that stuff, go ahead and check out StaceyAdams.com and then go ahead and use that that promo code that I have for you right there as well, too. LNK10. You get 10% off using that code going to StaceyAdams.com. So once again, claim that 10% off using the code LNK10, and you will get 10% off. Go ahead and get yourself looking sharp, looking good, and pretty much be prepared for when it's time to go to that big party and everything soon, and you'll be looking the sharpest in the room. All right, so pretty much and if you're traveling, you're on the road and everything like that, we have 6T rent-a-car for you as well too. You know what? You're getting tired of renting that Prius and that Corolla, you can go ahead and get a Beamer or Benz Escalade, whatever luxury car they're offering pretty much for the same price. And if you go ahead and press the link in the show description, you get 10% off of that deal as well too. So once again, rent, share, ride app, 6T rent a car, and you guys go ahead and check it out, and you guys can be in the lap of luxury for a fair price. All right, so with that, we will be right back with the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles Live with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper.
The Viget app, where social media meets sports betting. Get the latest line movements in all major sports. Track your daily bets, daily contests, the NFL over-under contest that pays out $10K in cash prizes. This is a cutting-edge app that helps betting be easy. Sign up with the reference code POPDBIC and you will be able to watch my daily show, The Primetime Angles, as a resource to building that bankroll. Viget is available in your Apple or Google Store on your iOS or Android. The social sports betting app, Viget.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
All right, we are back with the Primetime Angles live with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, and this is the Primetime Angles live. So here we are, and we are on NBA Thursday night, and they are blessing us with 5 games. They usually only give us 2, the TNT games, but not tonight. We get ourselves 5 games, and I'm loving it. So pretty much up first, we're gonna go ahead and talk about a really good one tonight. This one is gonna be between the this game is gonna actually be between the Pacers and the Bucks, and the Pacers and Bucks coming into this one. No, not the Pacers and the Bucks. I'm so sorry. That was from yesterday. Let's go ahead and get into this game right here. It's going to be the Jazz at the Hawks. So pretty much with the Jazz at the Hawks today, we have ourselves a really good one here with these two teams. And I think that what happens in this bad boy is that pretty much we got ourselves a group. We got ourselves a great group here. So we got a +7.5 going and over under 226.5 going in this game. And then we also have the Jazz who have won their last 14 out of 17, including an 11-game winning streak. And then they are 8-2 on the road this season, 3-2 versus the East straight up. And then they're 6-2 versus the East straight up just overall. And then they are 5-3 against the spread when it comes to the Eastern Conference. And then they're 4-4 over and under. So Utah is looking really good when it comes to playing against these teams in the East right now. So we'll see how it goes. And they've already played the Hawks this season. They beat the Hawks by 24 points, beating them 116-92 on the 15th of January. Now the Hawks come in this game 5-5 in their last 10, 5-6 straight up at home, 3-2 versus the West though, 4-7 against the spread at home, 4-4 against the spread and straight up versus the West, and they're 0-8 now when it comes to over and unders as well. So they had 8 straight unders, and we talked about that the other night when they actually played the Mavericks, which was last night. So pretty much here we are. We move forward, and we have the Warriors at the Mavs. The Warriors coming into this game 11-10. The Mavs are 9-13, and we have a Warriors team that is 5-5 in their last 10 games, and they're 3-5 straight up on the road. 2-2 versus the West, and then they're 3-5 over under on the road as well too. And against the Southwest Division, they're 1-0 against the spread and straight up, and they have 1 under when it comes to playing this division this year. And then when you look down to it, you got the Mavs here, who's losers of their last 7 out of 10. They just snapped a 6-game skid. They're 2-6 against the spread and straight up at home. 0-4 versus the West this year. 3-5 over and under at home as well. 2-2 versus the West, and 1-4 against the spread straight up. 2-3 over under versus the Pacific Division this year as well too. So if you look at the numbers, you really don't want to trust the Mavs, but when you look at the Warriors numbers, they're playing much better basketball at home than they are on the road. So this is what I'm going to do here. I'll let you know in a minute, but this is going to be a good game right here. But I really feel like you're going to have the scoreboard watch here as well too. So there it is with that. And then we have the Blazers 11-9 on the year. 76ers are 16-6. This is one of the fun matchups of the night because you don't know what's going to really happen here. But I really truly think that the Sixers should be able to take care of their business. But it looks like that it's going to be closer than the spread looks because I have the early line of 8.5, but this spread is actually bumped up to 10 now. So pretty much when I'm looking at this, I say to myself, okay, Blazers, you're 6-4 in your last 10. You're 6-4 against the spread straight up and over and unders on the road. 2-1 straight up, 1-2 against the spread, 3-0 over and unders versus the East, and then they're 5-3 straight up versus the East, and 2-6 against the spread versus the East. So they're not winning when they're not, the spread is an issue for them, but they're winning those games as well too. But in some of those games, like the Bucks and everything like that, they're going to get into a little bit of trouble. But I think that they match up very well with the 76ers tonight, and a lot of people might not see what's coming. All right, so the 76ers feeling good, feeling great right now. They've won their last 7 out of 10 games this year. They won their last 7 out of 10, and then they've also went 10-1 straight up at home, and they're 7-4 against the spread at home as well too. 1-1 versus the West at home, and then they're 1-2 straight up versus the West on the season. So that's why you say to yourself, the Blazers could have a shot because they're having a little bit of an issue against teams from the Western Conference. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on, and this could be the under the radar game of the night. This is going to be another divisional matchup between the Rockets and the Grizzlies, Southwest. And pretty much from what I can see here, the Rockets have won 7 out of their last 10, including a 6-game winning streak that was snapped in their last game against OKC. Okay, and they're 3-2 against the spread straight up in the division, and they're 2-3 when it comes to over and unders in the division as well too. Against the Western Conference this year, straight up, they're 7-8. So they're going against a team that, and the Grizzlies, who won their last 7 out of 10 as well too. They're 2-1 since their 6-game hiatus though, and then they're also 2-1 against the spread straight up, and 3-0 over and unders versus division. Now against the Western Conference this year, they're 4-3 against the spread and straight up. So there it is for you right there. And I really do. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know this right now because we'll talk about the whole list when we get to talking tickets on the next. But the thing is, though, what I'm going to do today is this is going to be our dog of the day at plus 135. That's going to be the Rockets. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about the state of the Lakers. And the Lakers are feeling good, feeling great about themselves. The Lakers coming into this game tonight, really looking towards, building, and they know that this is Denver. They got to take them very seriously. But my biggest problem with the Lakers is the way that they play at home. And the Lakers have not played well at home all season simply because there's no crowd. All right. So they coming off against Atlanta. They won that game by 8. And the Lakers are just pretty much at this point cruising. You know what I mean? Like, just let's keep it real. The Lakers are control. They're looking good, man. And even on the nights that they're not winning games, they're still looking good. Nobody has convincingly beat the Lakers but Detroit. And that was kind of a fluke situation for Detroit that night. The Lakers kind of slowed down. You caught them on a back-to-back. We got Kyle Kuzma, who's playing really good basketball, but most are not talking about that right now. But Kyle Kuzma was very key the other night in that big win over Atlanta, hitting that 3 late as well, too, off that great dime from LeBron. And, then you got guys like Trez, who's playing lights out right now, playing good basketball. And Trez actually only missed 1 shot the other night as well, too, getting 19 points off the bench, playing his position, playing his part, looking like the 6th man of the year, looking like the guy that the Lakers went ahead and spent a couple extra dollars for to bring to the squad. All right, so I'm liking the way things are looking, and you know what? Our unsung hero, man. A lot of people get down on KCP, but a lot of you people don't really know how basketball works. You just always want to just have somebody to pick on, and I know that's how it goes. That's just life in general. But KCP is the quiet warrior on Lakers, in my opinion. KCP is always playing very good perimeter defense. KCP always hits timely shots as well too. And you know what? It's the Lakers are fortunate to have a KCP at this point. He's playing great basketball. That's why I tell people the Lakers don't need to think about trading for any of these top elite guards right now, because they don't need more people taking up the orange. That's AD, and that's going to be LeBron's job. Now you got Dennis Schroeder, who's playing great basketball right now as well too, but I need more from Dennis Schroeder as well. So I need Dennis Schroeder passing the ball a little bit more. I need more assists from Schroeder, and honestly, I need more points from Schroeder as well too. We're putting too much. I think we're putting too much on LeBron right now. LeBron should not be still scoring 46 points here, 40 points there. LeBron has to save those games for the big boys. You know what I mean? We got LeBron really exerting way too much energy against these lowly teams in the NBA right now. So this is a LeBron night tonight, but we need Dennis Schroeder to at least get us 20 plus points here. And there goes my guy right there, Alex Caruso. Always Mr. Hustle, Mr. Reliable, the X Factor. If most don't understand how important he is to this team. The reason being is because he's going to sacrifice himself for the betterment of the win. All what Alex Caruso thinks about is winning. That's it. He don't care how he looks in the stats, any of that good stuff. If you need him to lock down on somebody and kind of get physical with somebody, AC is going to do that. If you need a timely three, a fun little dunk or something at a certain time in the game, AC is going to do that. AC's been a baller since he was at Texas A&M, and a lot of people are now starting to realize that this guy is one of those guys that was overlooked simply because they didn't think that he had the intangibles to be a relevant NBA player. But as he worked over the years and things like that with the South Bay Lakers, and was able to get so much good knowledge from all these Laker legends and always have people in his corner, it's made him that much more confident, and that's why he's became such a valuable player to the rotation for the Los Angeles Lakers, in my opinion. So pretty much I'm gloating about the Lakers a lot, but let's go ahead. And the Nuggets, the Nuggets are still loom the danger. The Nuggets still have Jokic, who's playing on who's actually playing on an MVP level right now. Jokic is playing really good basketball. I like what he's doing this year as well too. Jokic is actually averaging 26.8 a game, and he's getting 11.6 rebounds, and the boy is getting 8.6 assists a game. He's a big man, almost getting a triple-double nightly, man. This is incredible. You haven't seen anything like this since like Kareem or Wilt. You know, so pretty much, you guys are looking at a pretty historic moment right now with Jokic. And I think that the key tonight is to be physical with Jokic, just like they were last year in the conference finals, and figure out a way to kind of keep him frustrated, because he does get frustrated fairly easily against the Lakers. So I would say that Markieff Morris would need to be very solid tonight, and I would think that Trez would be able to take on that assignment as well too. Now, guys, just get off Marc Gasol's back. We all know Marc Gasol is an old man, and Marc Gasol is going to give us his best in the playoffs. Just know that. Everybody keeps telling me he sucks. We need to trade him. We need to do this. We don't need to touch a thing. That's exactly what the Lakers don't need to do. At this point, there's no struggle going on with the Lakers right now. So pretty much that's my 2 cents on that. I think this game will wind up being a really, really good game tonight. Lakers need to be on the lookout. This is another home game against one of the tougher teams in the NBA. And you know, if you lose, everybody's gonna have a whole lot to say tomorrow morning. But it's okay. We'll see how the game shakes out. We'll go from there. The game will be on TNT later on tonight, and I'll be watching. Hopefully, you'll be watching as well too. So with that, you guys make sure, if you need to find somewhere to watch some good sports at and watch it for a good price, but you want to test it out a little bit, go ahead and hit the link in the description. You guys can go ahead and get a 7-day free trial with Fubo TV, and they only charge $55 a month. No credit checks as well. And you know what? Cut the cord right there. And if you don't pay your bill, it's okay. They just cut it off. So it is what it is at the end of the day. Fubo TV, live TV and sports, and much more. So you guys check it out. Hit the description link, and you guys will be able to get yourself 7 days free with Fubo TV. All right. And With that, we will be right back. This is the Primetime Angles Live with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, and this is the Premier Sports Betting Show.
Good News Only Racing Club, led by the legendary Doug O'Neill, the trainer of 2 Kentucky Derby winners and I'll Have Another and Nyquist. Also trained 2-time Breeders' Cup champ Golden Sense, who are just a part of a long list of thoroughbred champions trained by Doug O'Neill. The Good News Only Racing Club has a young core of horses to look out for in Dennis's Celery, Irish Heatwave, and Notre Dame, just to name a few. Win the day every day with the Good News Only Racing Club, a proud sponsor of the NFL Bet Exchange.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
Tune into Big Wave Boxing every week with a brand new guest with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, getting the best boxing stories, best boxing angles, and the truth when it all comes down to the sweet science. Tune into Big Wave Boxing on the Prime Wave Media channel on YouTube.
The Viget app, where social media meets sports betting. Get the latest line movements in all major sports. Track your daily bets, daily contests, the NFL over-under contest that pays out $10K in cash prizes. This is a cutting-edge app that helps betting be easy. Sign up with the reference code POPDBIC and you will be able to watch my daily show, The Primetime Angles, as a resource to building that bankroll. Viget is available in your Apple or Google Store on your iOS or Android. The social sports betting app, Viget.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
All right, we are back with the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles Live with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, and we are rolling into the quarter pole, the stretch run, the fourth quarter, whatever you want to call it. But we are now talking tickets, and when we talk tickets, it's you know what time it is. That means it's money time. So pretty much, let's go ahead and look at the CBB primetime picks for today. And we have ourselves a great group. I got Cincinnati here with the plus 115. I think that they should be good money for us today as well, too. They are going against Temple. They are a road team today as well. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and see. Let's roll the dice. Hopefully, Cincinnati will take care of business and get us a good win today. Also, we got Radford. Radford's in a really good spot, in my opinion, today. I think Radford is a team that possibly could be in the tournament as a 14-15 seed. And then, cover your spread for us or something. I don't think they'll get an upset, but I think that they'll be a good team with some plus points. So pretty much I do like Radford a lot tonight. So pretty much I'm going to take them with the -9. Let's go ahead and see how that goes. All right, so we got Montana money line. We talked about this earlier, -115. Montana, go ahead, take care of your business. I know I'm in a 50-50 spot, but it is what it is. I'm in the same situation with Cincinnati as well, too. All right, Rutgers home team tonight going against Minnesota. Rutgers has been great at home lately. They got a big 30-point win over Michigan State as well, too. I think that this team steps it up tonight and they get themselves another big win over another tough Big Ten team in Minnesota. I think they win this one by 8 or better. Let's go ahead, Rutgers. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it shakes out. And let's roll from there. All right. We have ourselves another good matchup tonight between the boys from Pacific going against the number 1 team in the nation, Gonzaga. And Gonzaga has the most out of hand spreads of any team in college basketball right now. Their spreads usually in conference play go 19 or higher or 17 or higher. Tonight it's 24, and they are a road team too. Just note that. So you know what? At some point, if Gonzaga is really that good, can you just go ahead and be an independent and let the West Coast Conference go ahead and get their sanity back? Seriously, it's time. I think it's time for Gonzaga to switch conferences because it can't be that one-sided in your conference because you got 4 California schools. And I don't know how you keep beating up on them like that. So pretty much, actually, I think like 5 California schools. Half the conferences in California. So pretty much, it is what it is. Plus 24 on Pacific tonight. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it shakes out, and we move forward from there. All right, we got Wyoming in the late spot tonight, and we talked about it earlier. I'd like Wyoming to go ahead and get a good cover tonight. They have bumped up to a +8 when I put this ticket together, and here we are, 49-1 +8 on Wyoming. Single what you like, and we go from there. Now it's time to go ahead and bring the dog out. Bring that dog out. All right, and the dog pick 4 looking really good tonight. It's actually a 66-1 ticket. So pretty much we got Utah with the +105 tonight. Montana State once again with the +200. Morehead State with the +130. And yes, I'm rolling the dice on UT Martin tonight. Big home dog +350. Let's see how it shakes out. We move from there. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the ticket of the night, and that's going to be the NBA Super High Five. And as I always say to you guys, single what you like. Single what you like. So pretty much with that tonight, we have this. We're gonna go ahead and take the Jazz -8.5 in that spot tonight, and then we're gonna go ahead and take the Warriors under 228.5 Warriors Mavs. And then also we'll go ahead and we'll take the Blazers tonight with the +10, and Rockets, as I told you guys before, money line on the Rockets +135, and over 216.5 Lakers Mavs. There it is. Once again, let me go ahead and go through it. We're going with the Jazz because the Jazz are just absolutely scorching right now. 8.5 to the Jazz tonight. The under 228.5 to the Warriors and Mavs. I gave you guys the game on why we're doing this because Mavs stay going under and the Warriors tend to go under a lot on the road as well too. So that's where I'm taking the under 228.5. And then the +10 on the Blazers tonight. I'm just taking that because the Sixers always seem to find a way to not cover. So pretty much I'm taking the Blazers with the +10. And the Rockets money line is simple as this. Rockets are red hot right now. And you know what? The Grizzlies are just now getting back into the groove of things. I trust the Rockets a little bit more tonight. So that's why I'm taking them with the +135. And the only reason why the Rockets are the dog tonight is because it's a road game for them, and everybody always trusts the Grizzlies a little bit more at home. But tonight might not be the night to trust them too much. All right, so we have our last one, the Lakers over 216.5 tonight with the Lakers and the Nuggets. So pretty much this one, man, I'm telling you guys right now, this one should be a good one. Hopefully we can get that going, get the Lakers, both teams over 110 tonight or so. It's going to be a close game because a possible overtime game tonight as well too. I've been looking forward to this matchup because Jamal Murray made me a fan last summer. If he didn't make you a fan last summer, you just don't love basketball, dude. That guy was playing out of his mind. So pretty much it is what it is, man. That's what it is. And there we go. It's not the Mavs, but pretty much it's all good. It's all good. So literally it's all good. I'll have all the list out for you guys in a bit on the Twitter, on the IG as well too. But make sure you retweet, watch the show. And if you are interested in being an exclusive client, go ahead and sign up over on PrimeWaveMedia.net, and you guys will go to the PTSI section, and you guys can become a Primetime Sports investor. We have the weekend package, the month package, the weekly package, and we have the VIP. So pretty much go ahead and check that out, and a lot of great videos on there as well too. You guys make sure to go ahead and follow the Twitter at PopDiBiase and the Instagram DiBiaseWave_, and also the Prime Wave MG on both Twitter and Instagram. And also go ahead and check out that YouTube page, Prime Wave Media. And man, you guys will see tons and tons of different content that I have up there. I got boxing interviews. I got all the horsing around replays for you, and literally every single episode of Primetime Angles as well too. So pretty much you guys go ahead and check that out, but make sure you hit that button as a subscriber as well too. All right. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in today. And let's go ahead and real quick, I'm talking bets with you guys, talking tickets with you. Go ahead and check out our sponsor, YOUWAGER, and YOUWAGER will get you right. Okay, you guys go ahead and put it in the promo code POP80, and you guys will get up to 50% of your deposit in a free play. So if you put up 100, you get back 50. Use the free play for Sunday. Go ahead and bet it up. Do what you got to do, but just know tomorrow I'm going to be dropping our Super Bowl bets and Super Bowl props for Sunday. So be on the lookout for that. Be ready for that. I'm also going to have a great guest in tomorrow as well too. So I'm going to keep that under wraps for you guys for a moment. We got to totally go ahead and book everything, but he should be coming in because they called me. I didn't book. They more has booked me. I didn't book them. So pretty much it is what it is at the end of the day. So you guys bet with your head, not with your heart. And I'll be back to you tomorrow at the same time at noon. So once again, this is the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles Live, hosted by the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper. And I am gone.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.